Okay, I don't usually get biased when it comes to talking about political things, and I do not really voice myself when it comes to political things, and I keep my things to myself usually. But today I'm watching against Israeli and Palestinian news, how this is being perceived and how people react on it all around the world, especially the US media, the European media as well. And I have a really big problem with this because it's coming from a standpoint of a very, very strong historical conflict that has been going on since, I don't know, 16, 1700 BC. It's been going on for so long that the reasons of this conflict for some are very clear, but for others are concerning. I'm not biased towards Israeli or the Palestinians, but I am biased when people are killing each other um, for the reasons as good as they are. I cannot understand that this cannot be done in a way better way than it is right now. Now, in the last day or so, the Palestinians are striking back under the Hamas flag with the resistance trying to reclaim their own. It's been called as a terrorist attack, it's been called as monstrosity, something that now the world is in shock what is happening with Israel and Palestine. If you ever had a moment to just read or watch a little bit of history online, you would know that this is not coming from nothing. This is coming now at this point in Palestinian history from 70 years of oppression, genocide, wrongful determination of the ownership of the land, rightful determination of the ownership of the land. And I understand that Israelis were there first 4,000 years ago. I understand Palestinians were there for 2,500 years ago. I also understand that everybody wants to have some justice. But what is presented right now is not really justice, it's just a wrong way to see things. And everybody's blaming this as a terrorist attack. This is not a terrorist attack, this is just a desperate act of Palestinians trying to get out of the biggest world outdoor prison ever made for humanity, ever made for one country. Innocent people that have been oppressed throughout the years, innocent women and children throughout the 70 years since the Oslo agreements, are being imprisoned, taken out of their homes, murdered, spit on in the middle of their own streets. And now they're being judged for trying to fight back. But let me ask you this, if this happened to your own country, if somebody came, take your territory that you live for thousands of years on, it doesn't matter if the claim is good or not, start killing your people, chasing you from your houses, would you not retaliate? Would you not go back and try to fight for what is your own? And Palestine is now 10% of its own territory. They don't have water, food. They don't have any proper educations. Men are getting imprisoned. Children are being murdered for last 70 years, 73 to be exact. And the world hasn't even made a glinch out of it in news. The only time this ends up in news when Palestinians attack Israel. But when Israel is doing something to Palestine, nothing happens. And for me, for all these reasons that this is going on right now in the world, the Palestinians are being judged and labeled as terrorists is quite wrong. Israel, I'm sorry, I have a lot of Israeli friends, I have a lot of Palestinian friends. And for me, both sides are pretty much clear that this could be done way better with more humanity in every act that you've done so far, not to hurt innocent people. Now that you get a glimpse of your own actions for the last 70 years, and then when they are striking back, now this is going to be a big problem. And anybody who doesn't agree with me, thank you very much. You don't have to say nothing to me anymore. But for the people that support this as an act of terrorism instead of act of despair, you should think about it a little bit twice. First, go read a little bit about history. Go see what and how this came to be. Learn about the Jewish, the Israeli, the Zionists, the Palestinians, the Arab League, and about everything that has been done in the last 1,000 years to come to this conflict. Something that's been denied. I don't understand how people today can be so biased on the news and support it for no fucking reason. I don't understand even the Israelis that watched for the last 20 years people being murdered and chased away from their homes with a common heart saying, yeah, this is our homeland. We don't care what happens, and close their eyes upon it. Half of the Israeli population should judge the actions of their own military and their own government for the last 50 years. They should. And if you have a common fucking heart and some human decency in you, you should put this thought in your head as okay, we want our country, but what is going on right now, it's not okay. How it's being done, it's not okay. If you're a human, a parent, a person with a little bit of dignity, you should watch this as a monstrosity that's just coming now to an end. And it's going to get way worse. What has been done to those people is not okay. For the name of God, for the name of religion, for the name of history facts, for whatever the fucking thing on the world you think this has been done for, it's been done for wrong. And that's the only conclusion I'm going to bring out today. I know what it means as a Croatian to be a country that is oppressed for hundreds of years. We've been taken by the Ottomans, Austro-Hungarians, the Romans, the Italians, the Nazis, everybody that ever came across that part of Europe occupied us. And it took us a long time to fight for our country. We didn't get all of it back. We got some of it back, but we're pretty happy that we have it. And we learn how to live in peace with our neighbors. Maybe you should too, before you make the whole country disappear. Because this genocide is nothing better what you have done to Palestinian people than what Hitler done to you. So think about it a little bit before you act upon calling this an act of terrorism without knowing what it is.